Welcome everyone, my name is Maxine Martello and this is my new channel, Ability Diverse, the more you know. So I decided to create Ability Diverse with the desire of talking about varying disabilities and abilities, and not only that, but also to share with you different diverse topics when it comes to either disability ministry, disability history, inclusion, advocacy. So I wanted to touch on all of those different topics from the perspective of a special needs parent that I am, to my son, he's 13 years old, and also to share with you some of the knowledge that I've gleaned over the years from learning from some of the best when it comes to special needs, when it comes to either BCBAs, special needs parents who are experts, right, in their own field, working with their own children, working with social workers and paras. So I wanted to be able to share with you the information I've learned over the years, especially the tools, tips, and resources that have helped me, not only as a parent, but as I served as a director for our special needs ministry at my local church. I served as the Champions Club director and coordinator for about 5 years. It was like the best time of my life. I learned so much and I was able to serve and our families and various different special needs that came to our church. So it was a wonderful time. And then I also served as a director for a daycare. So for the past 4 years, so I was able to learn a lot. And I wanted to be able to share everything that I've learned as a director, as a leader of a ministry, and serving with volunteers and delegating and all of those things that come with serving our community, our demographic. So I wanted to share that and create a channel that we can learn from you, the viewer. If you are a special needs parent, you are an expert. So on your child, share with us what you've learned. If you are a para, a BCBA, if you are a behavior therapist, share with us. And we will definitely have opportunities for Q&As and question and answers. And want to share with you the things that I've learned, especially for this. So I have 3 books that I'm going to share with you today. I know this is an introductory video, but I wanted to share with you these 3 books. And one of them is called Mental Health and the Church. This book is by Dr. Stephen Grevich, if I'm pronouncing his name correctly. He wrote a ministry handbook for ADHD, mood and disorders, other mental health conditions. It is excellent. And he gives us 7 basic barriers for families and kids and teens who have mental health conditions. So he talks about those 7 barriers. He also addresses other specific guidelines for ministries and for churches on how to best structure them. So it's chock full of information. It is really phenomenal. And he has also, Dr. Grevich has given trainings at Lakewood Church, if I'm not mistaken. And you can find out how he can come to your church too. I mean, it's really wonderful. Mental Health and the Church. It is definitely something that you can, if you're interested in starting a special needs ministry, it is a great resource for your pastor. You definitely want to touch base with your pastor first if that's something that you are looking to do in starting your church. This is definitely a great book to get started. I would definitely recommend you have it in your library. Another book that we will be talking about here, and one that you should have too, is called Disability and the Church, A Vision for Diversity and Inclusion. This book is phenomenal because it talks about the different processes and the path on helping people, the responsibilities of the church and what we should be doing to help people with disabilities. So it's really wonderful. And he talks about Dr. Lamar Hardwick was diagnosed later in life. I believe he was 36 years old when he was diagnosed with autism. And so just the dynamic of him being a pastor and the social aspect of that, the difficulties that can bring, it's a really wonderful book to definitely talking about inclusion and diversity in our church and what is our responsibility. And he has something here very profound in his book. He talks about a seat at the table. So I'll let you take a read on that. And I won't give away too much, but it's really wonderful. Just the cover alone is really intriguing. So definitely a must read. The next book, if you are interested in starting your ministry, or you're a leadership position, even in your place of employment, this book is called Lead Vertically, and this is by Pastor Craig Johnson. He is the founder of Champions Club. Champions Club is a specifically tailored special needs area in your church, where you can have a sensory room, motor room, educational room. Champions Club is phenomenal ministry. I will link below Champions Club, because I serve with Champions Club still. It is wonderful. And they have also different memberships that you can click on to do trainings and everything, all from online. It's really phenomenal. So his wife, Craig Johnson, and his wife, Samantha Johnson, they are the founders of this ministry. And he wrote this book, Lead Vertically. He is a phenomenal leader. And the information, this book is full of, I have everything highlighted in yellow in here because it's so good. And it has so much for you to just take and glean and learn from. And different leaders that are interviewed in here talk about Pastor Craig's leadership and all of the things, a lot of things, good things in here for you to just take apart and hold on to. So definitely leadership positions, definitely you should have this book. Something you can even get for your team, because the goal is, yes, we have teams, but we do want to help create leaders, right, in our own ministries. So it's definitely a good read for everyone to have. So I wanted to share those tools. These are the things that we are going to be talking about. We're going to be talking about usher greeting. We're going to be talking about on this channel volunteers, your church culture. How does your church culture function? And how can you create your ministry around that, right? Special needs curriculums. There's different ones out there. We're going to talk about that as well. We will also be talking about mandated reporter training. Yes, right? Mandated reporter training. Every state has their own mandated reporter. This is a person who they have an obligation. If you work with children in any capacity, even if you're a volunteer, everyone should have mandated reporter training. I really, really, really advise it. And we'll talk about that, why you should. Many states have it for free. It's an online, you get a certificate at the end. I know for us, it's Department of Children and Families, dcf.gov or .org. You can go on and you can log on and get that certificate. It's a training, about 30 or 40 minutes, I believe. And it's great. Everyone should know that they need to say something if they see something. So definitely something for us. We'll be talking about that. And we'll be talking about parents. We'll be talking about special needs parenting. I'll be talking about in your church, what are things? It's going to be very inclusive in the sense that I will definitely take you on a tour of my church and show you certain areas, so that way you're more aware, because every church is different. And my church is very it's big auditorium. It could be very loud, it could be very intense. So I've recorded some footage, so that way it's just giving you a view of you walking through and hearing all the sounds, and how can that affect a person that has a disability or a need, or it's very intense for me. Hearing everything, hearing the sounds, seeing the lights, all of that is pretty intense for me. So if it's like that for me, just imagine an individual with needs, specific sensory needs and such. We need to be an ability diverse church. And what does that mean? Again, so we're trying to meet the needs of different people and different demographics that walk through our doors. And so it's very important for us to address that and try to serve them as best we can and have things available for them. But we'll touch on that in this channel. But I'm excited to start this channel. I'm excited to share with you what I've learned during the years and through the years. Again, my degree is in human services. So I've worked with children and families, and then working as a volunteer, serving for 5 years, and serving as a director of a daycare for 5 years, and put these all together. I have so much experience, and I want to share this because, now with COVID, it's hard. It's hard to be able to, go see people in person and do tours. So I want to be able to share with you some of the things that have helped me in ministry and what can help you. And we can definitely do some live Q&As, and we'll be touching more about it. Another topic that I want to talk about would be for people who are moving, families that are moving, special needs families who are moving to different states. The More You Know is a segment that I'll have. And I think I might have a TikTok as well, just showing little clips of segments like The More You Know, little tips here and there. If you can't sit to watch a full YouTube video, maybe perhaps just a little clip of something will help you. And the segment's gonna be called The More You Know. I mean, the channel's called Ability Diverse, The More You Know, but these segments will be snippets of like, hey, did you know, this and that. It's important that we know our laws and know our rights. And one of the first states I'm going to talk about is Florida. It's definitely what place that I was looking to transition to at one point, and the reasons why I didn't. So it's one of the reasons I definitely want to talk about, because Florida is a very popular destination to move to. However, it is not as special needs friendly as you may think it is. So definitely something I'll be sharing with you in my little snippets on my TikTok on The More You Know. So I'm excited. I'm excited to share with you. I'm excited to have you. I want to hear from you. I want you to leave comments, and be definitely sure to like and subscribe and share as much as you can to parents or people who are thinking of starting a ministry and want more information, and they are thinking of it. Some people are not sure if they should start a special needs ministry, or they go visit. I would have that. People would visit our Champions Club, and they would see the sensory room and all the lights and everything, and they wanted the same thing. But then when they realized, you may not be able to have all of that, or maybe you don't have a big space for that, but it does not mean that you can't have your own special needs ministry. So definitely want to talk about those things going forward. So I'm excited. Please join me on my journey with this channel, and let's learn together, because I love history. I love learning. I'm a strategist at heart. I love research. And I definitely, if you have anything that you want me to research for you, definitely share with me in the comments below. It adds content to this channel, and it allows people, it gives them the opportunity to share it, learn from it. And the goal is for people to feel more comfortable, in their ministries or in their day-to-day life with their child or with their teen or their adult. And so I'm excited to learn and share with you. And so please feel free to like and subscribe. And I look forward to talking to you soon. My name is Maxine Martello, and I'm at your service here at Ability Diverse. Talk to you soon.